Congresswoman Cammack joins me now. There's disagreement in the White House. Will the Democrat split affect our policy towards Israel?
Well, good to see you, Stu. And Naples, the greatest city in Florida? Come on, Stu. We got to get you out off in Ocala, Gainesville, Lake City. Come on. You got to come up to the northern part of the state. We'll take care of you. But with regard to the report coming out of the White House, it's no surprise, honestly. I mean, we know that this is an administration that will literally, put their finger up and see which way the wind is blowing. And in this case, they are driven by their political agenda. Their base is leaving them in droves. This is just another example of where they have zero principles or loyalties when it comes to our national policy. So I am not at all surprised that there is a rift. We've seen the photos and the reports of White House staff that will go out and protest in front of the very building that they work in and call for ceasefire. There is going to certainly be more of this reporting coming out because, as we know, anything that Vice President Harris touches turns to crap. And we can see that through her work as Borders Czar, which is a total disaster, and now AI, God help us all.
Tell us how you really think, Kat. Just don't hold back here. But let me move on. I want to talk about COP28, the big climate conference. The administration agreed to ban coal, crack down on methane, and pledge $3 billion, taxpayer dollars, to a UN environmental fund. Are Republicans on board with all of this? And if you're not, can you stop it?
Stu, I serve on the Energy and Commerce Committee in Congress, and I can tell you we had a strong showing there at COP28, pushing back against this ridiculous narrative that if you throw money at a problem, that it will go away. Never mind the fact that China is the largest emitter of CO2 emissions in the world with no plans of stopping. We have got to step back from this ridiculous notion of so-called green technology, which has been proven to be a bigger emitter of CO2 emissions in the production of the technology. Long term, it is not sustainable, has to be replaced at a more frequent rate. And so people who are really seeing the science for what it is, looking at the data, they're saying there's a way for us to be more efficient and recognize that money at the problem is not going to solve it. Take no further look than the ridiculous civilian climate corps that was part of AOC's Green New Deal initiative that Biden's been pushing. Billions of dollars for a propaganda team to talk about how we need to be better at things like getting rid of our gas stoves and driving EVs, which no one wants to buy. It's ridiculous. So we have a plan to be more efficient, but it has to make economic sense as well.
Kat Cammack, enjoy the sunshine of northern Florida. I'm envious of that. See you soon. Thanks very much.
Christmas too.